Toot here, and I am super excited right now because it is officially the Dolph Ziggler Comedy Tour. Nick, how are you?
Whoa, Nick is doing great.
Hey, this is what it's billed as.
Dolph has seen some better days, but he knows his way around a ring. Nick does great, stand-up wise, crushing it.
We're in Toronto, SummerSlam weekend. People are running all over the place. Gigs are everywhere. So
True.
the fact that not only do you have the comedy show tonight, but you have a very big match tomorrow night.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
I feel great about it because you have to be someone who's been around as long as I have, kind of kicked around every once in a while. They kind of kick you when you're down, but every once in a while you get this one magic moment, this tiny bit of hope where everyone goes, we know you're going to lose, but maybe you won't. And I go, I made a career out of this 1% maybe almost happening, and it helped me win a world championship, it helped me win tons of other things, and there's a reason when a company goes out of their way to shut you down and you kick that door open and the people stay behind you, that's that one little glimmer of hope that says maybe one of the good guys gets a win, even though everyone knows in real life I'm a terrible person.
It must feel extremely gratifying, though, having this big opportunity, being in there with Goldberg. This is going to be a really intense match. And
Yeah.
You're right, a lot of people are saying, I don't know if he stands a chance. We don't know if Goldberg's going to be able to keep up with you. Like,
Right.
people just don't know how
That's
this
fair.
is going to go down.
And that's what makes it really interesting. Everybody a week ago was like, oh, we know how this is ending. Sorry, Dolph. And you go, oh, do you? Because I don't. I said made a living about people like, getting kicked and busting through a door, but also my endurance is unmatched by anyone in any era. So to have somebody who has such a short fuse like Goldberg that is so intense that can bust through a wall, but also at some point he runs out of gas, and I sure as hell don't. So that is my game plan long term.
Okay.
And if you don't think that is my plan for tomorrow and you don't think that's happening, that's fine. But just know, I can work circles around. I can tie up a leg. I can choke him out. I can make some moves before he even knows what's happening. And then if he doesn't get it's like a charging bull in a china shop. If I can dance around it, bull's gonna get tired and pass out pretty soon.
I'm excited to see this. We're going to see if you're going to run
excited
circles
to do it.
around him.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. Look, he's pumped. Like, you're very confident heading into this.
I am. I know the deal. I know that I have this seemingly impossible task. I know that. I know how awesome Goldberg is, whether you make fun of him or whether you're on the bandwagon behind him. He's this unbelievable, explosive monster. And whether it was 20 years ago that he was on top or last year, he is a force to be reckoned with. And I look forward to this being the most talked about match the next day.
I'm very excited for it. Now, we were talking about people posting things online. They're talking about the match. But one thing I have to commend you for is the fact that when people do start talking, you hit them right back. You really do love putting trolls in their place.
Sure, I guess there's this society that it's a cool thing to be a troll, I guess, and people have it like in their bio, like blocked by these guys. You're like, that's your life?
I know, right?
That's so sad.
That's what you're proud of. That's your summer.
Yeah, it's like, look, I said some really mean things to this person who would never say anything to me in the first place, and you go, oh, that's a sad way to live, but that's people's lives. So not a lot of times on WWE will you see me saying whatever I really believe and feel, because I'm part of this show and I have a fixed idea that I'm going at. But online, there's no leash on me. So anyone says anything that doesn't make sense, you get called out pretty quick by someone who's pretty fast and pretty awesome at their job.
Well, online there's no leash, and I'm assuming that's going to be the very same at comedy shows. This is my first time seeing you live.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so when it comes to hecklers, same thing. You just
Yes, of course. But also what's great about this, WWE's fan base, as much as they are mean and trolls and let you know what they think, they also are very supportive. And I've done almost exclusive sold-out shows based on Twitter posts of me saying, this show is coming to your town. And people go, okay, I'm going to get my autograph. I'm going to do the VIP meet and greet. I'll stay for your comedy show.
Yeah.
And so many times people go to me, oh, that was actually funny. And you're like, actually? What the hell does that mean?
What did you expect,
so
man?
like, yeah. But I am also not 5,000 reps into comedy. I love it. I'm a student. I have notes that I'll be pacing over for an hour before the show. And I do want to get better, but the best part is you have this crowd here. They're happy to see us, so I bring tons of, when it's DZ and Friends shows, like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, I bring tons of surprise guests, and I kind of make this like a wrestling show as much as I can, which is fun.
Well, this is going to be airing after tonight, and I heard that there are going to be a lot of really cool surprises.
Yeah, there's a bunch of surprise guests. That's what's great. A bunch of people who you see on TV don't always get the most amount of time, and I love bringing those characters and those people onto my show, let them have a live mic, and let them see what they can do. So There might be some super kicks. There might be some punches. There might be some no pulling punchings verbally. Like you never know what's going to happen. And I try and make this the most surprise-oriented, fun show, but plus tons of people doing jokes, and some people getting their first try. I met a kid outside the Blue Jays game. I stayed for half the Blue Jays-Yankees game. Then I went home to cram for some comedy. I bumped into a guy who was riding a rickshaw, asked us if we wanted to ride. I said, no, I'm okay, I'm gonna walk. And he goes, whoa, Dolph Ziggler. I'm a huge fan of wrestling and I'm a comedy guy. I've only gotten up a couple times. I try to get work around Toronto. And I go, when's your next spot? He goes, 8 o'clock tonight. I go, great. What are you doing after that? He goes, nothing. I go, you're booked on my show. He goes, what?
Oh my God.
He just showed up a few minutes ago, so I'm gonna give a kid 4 minutes of stage time just to help him out, get on the show, and maybe this helps do something for him. So you never know what's gonna happen. Bunch of surprise guests, but local people just trying to get ahead, get one more shot to do it in front of our crowd. So.
That's super just humbling and cool of you too. Like dude's just like, hey man, huge fan. Next thing you know, it leads to him opening in front of however many hundred.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's fantastic. I think it's cool because you never know if you're gonna get another chance like that. In wrestling, one day someone's gonna give an opportunity to me, or someone says, who do you wanna step a foot in the ring with? Like, I don't know, Ali, let's give him a shot, see what he can do. And you go, all right, let's do it. You never know how you're gonna get a chance or a break, and technically it's showbiz, even though it's wrestling. Like, you don't know how it's gonna go. He might not get a chance to get up somewhere else, so give him a good crowd. I think we got 250 people at least coming in here. It's gonna be great. And they're fun. They're so happy to see us that we're gonna give them a great show right back. We'll feed off them.
I'm stoked. Definitely stoked.
Don't get your hopes up for me. Everyone else is going to do great. I'm new.
Thanks for the heads up. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, so judge me on a curve.
Well, we've seen your wit in the ring, as you're definitely quick-witted. But one thing we had no idea how you would actually fare on was roast battle, and you were super quick. Like that was awesome to see.
I thought I did great. I was very nervous, and if I did bad, I'd be like, hey, listen. That wasn't my best.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was.
And Sarah, who's a good friend of mine, I'm such a student of roasting and comedy that I hate when people go to roast someone that they don't really know. So they just say a bunch of mean things. It's just like going online and saying mean things to a celebrity. So Sarah and I are really good friends, and we're both comics. I'm trying to be one. She's a real one. And so we're like, hey, let's take out the cheap shots. Let's go dig and let's make each other work harder. Yeah. So it was fun to say things about her and have her zip it right back to me, and that's what we do on stage every night at the end of the night.
Like it was, you really cut deep.
And well, at least they can edit it for Comedy Central tonight. Nothing gets edited. She rips me a new one every chance she gets, and I get to get her back, which is fun.
I'm super stoked for that.
That's the best part of the show.
Yeah?
Is her just singing me in between me saying something is the best part of the show.
How do you know when a joke is then, getting too far almost? Like what's that fine line of actually cutting it close where it's mean and then just going for...
Mean is okay if it comes from a place of genuinely trying to make someone laugh. I say the meanest, most disgusting things to my best friends. But if you're just saying it to a random person or someone that is famous or on a TV show, that's lame. But a really cool thing for me, since I'm with WWE, I'm with a publicly traded company, I was always writing jokes in notebooks, and sometimes they would start out as a crass, one line, not smart joke, and I know that I can't be putting that out there because it's with WWE. I'm representing this company sometimes, so it forces me to write a smarter joke and take out the crass part. You can still have a nice double entendre in there and then weave your way through. But the key is it makes me write smarter and harder. So instead of just saying some dumb 25-year-old joke that anybody on the street could say, it forces me to rewrite it till it's smart enough to where if anyone asks, I meant it this way, but you could take it this way. Like it really has made me a better joke writer.
We were talking about some cutthroat jokes and things you can say to people, and you're of course known as Heel Ziggler. Always giving it to people also in the ring, not only on comedy stages. So is it hard for you to sometimes get into that mean street character? Does it just come really easy?
It comes way too easily. And I'm not a nice person. But
you've said that twice in this interview.
I'm venting. I'm trying to give you the heads up. But no, I'm not nice. But the cool thing is, if you get this really close following core group of fans, a lot of them come to these shows, that they also know the deal. They know when someone gives me a compliment online, I'll write blocked.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do because it's basically goes back to people who retweet compliments about themselves, and that's okay sometimes. Like, hey, great match. Hey, thanks, that's fine. But if they're like, hey, you look great, like, I know, retweet. Like, so whenever someone says something nice, I usually say blocked or something, just joking around with them because it's almost like a term of endearment with the group who knows. If you know, you know. If you don't, get the hell out of here. I don't care.
Well, earlier were talking about how you have a lot of friends in this industry, how many are going to be here tonight in Toronto. And of course, when it comes to wrestling, traveling goes hand in hand with that, which sometimes is wonderful, sometimes it's kind of unfortunate and really sucks. But when it comes to those long drives, who are some of your favorite people to travel with?
Oh, I've traveled with the Major Brothers a lot, Hawkins and Ryder. I used to travel with Miz here and there. But really, I've done 14 years here, so I've bounced around with some people. I used to, a long time ago, travel with Tommy Dreamer, Christian, Edge, and that was really fun. Kane, even for a little bit. And I really got to learn from those guys on the road, which made it really, really cool because I respected them in the business enough that they saw that I was working hard as a young guy. And then those guys who I watched those guys on TV as a kid. Yeah. They allowed me into their circle, let me drive with them, let me learn from them on the road, and then we all became friends. And now, almost always at SummerSlam, WrestleMania, and maybe one other time, that's when me and the Major Brothers will meet up with Edge and Christian and a few other guys that we don't get to see too often, and just sit around and have a couple laughs and antioxidize.
Now we're talking about friends that you have in the industry, but if you could actually just go on one of those long drives and just to make things a little bit easier, because sometimes they just take forever, who's someone that you would love to do that with that you don't know so well? Whether wrestler, actor, comedian, like who would you just really
Whoa, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Well done.
I try.
I'm a big Nick Swartzen fan and also Bill Burr. Man, there's a lot of comics that I would like to. Let's see.
Well, let's say it's like a 6-seated car.
Oh, we can bring a few people?
I'll give you a few.
Swartzen's good. Bill Burr. Let me think. Whitney Cummings is really funny. I wish I had more names right now. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But also, I bring the Major Brothers because I'd let them drive so I could just check my phone the whole time, and then make Zach get out and pump the gas and stuff. And you know what? Just for old time's sake, we'll throw Miz in the back also, so he could pretend he's being chauffeured around in a limo even though he's not really. He'll have his sunglasses on and he won't even talk.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good car to me.
That sounds. It's good. It's a good mix of people. It's a good little deal. Also, I'd rather prefer to kick everybody out and drive by myself.
Really?
And either play some hair metal music or nothing at all on the radio.
Okay.
And just total silence and think. And then that's when I think of, if an hour goes by and I'm like, whoa, I didn't have the radio on, it'll make me think of some weird joke or something and I'll write it down right away. Yeah.
Who would be the go-to band for you then, as far as hair metal?
Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses are usually the go-to. Vince Neil by himself, a little Steel Panther, or I'll just put Hair Nation Radio on and just let it fly.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up Steel Panther because obviously metal.
We're both
comedy,
Fanthers. Yeah.
It's just Panther all the way. I've interviewed them 4 times.
So great.
The best.
They're awesome.
The best.
Yeah, and the cool thing, how do you not root for those guys? They're playing covers, having fun. Everyone likes them so much.
They're just amazing at playing.
Yeah, they're
so good.
They were so good that when I saw Michael Starr sing, the first time I saw them, I go, oh, they just play a CD in the back and he lip syncs because it was that was
good.
An opera singer wishes they could do that. And I went, how are you doing? I assumed it was played behind and he was lip syncing it. Nope, he's just this awesome singer. So they're all good at their instruments, they're all good at singing, and their original music came out and it rocks. It's so funny. Just don't get caught at the gym with your headphones on singing it out loud.
Yeah.
A lot of people give you a dirty look, which I was probably already getting anyway.
Oh, one time I was on the airplane, I didn't realize I had the cover to balls out on my phone.
Anything other,
oh no, this is not good.
God.
Gotta say then, shout out to Steel Panther, right?
Yeah.
This has been fun, man. I want to say thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
You have a show that you gotta host and tell some jokes at tonight. So.
I do, and I need to rack over my notes and sweat and be nervous as hell before I walk out there. So it'll be just like waiting to go into the ring to fight Goldberg. It'll be exactly the same, except I'll probably beat Goldberg in a lot quicker time.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm sure the show will be great. I'm sure that match is going to be badass. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You got it. Anytime.
My pleasure. And remember to everybody viewing, check out Alicia2.com for all exclusive interviews and features. We will see you next time.